So the idea with the Tokyo Auto Salon KL is to bring the Tokyo show, the vibe, the feeling, the emotion, the style into Malaysia, fuse it together, get you that passion, get you that feeling and that understanding. So they threw a load of cars into containers in Japan and shipped them over for the show. And in this video, I just want to look at some of those cars because they are absolutely amazing and they really need a look at and some details. And I stop talking now and get on with this video by this 2000 GT Racer. What a way to end an intro. So let's crack into this. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you some of the cars they brought over for the first ever Tokyo Auto Salon KL. This has got to be one of the nicest R32s I've seen in my life. It's that good. It's completely done in dry carbon. The bumpers, the spoilers, the wings, the bonnet, the doors, the roof, it's completely carbon. Looks fantastic, and they put this tint into it. It's like purplish tint that is just absolutely amazing. This is a star of the show, and for me, probably one of the best ones that's come over from Japan. Active Garage have done this. They have done a cracking job. Under the bonnet, it's got an RB30 block, RB26 head, big forged pistons, custom rods, new cams, oversized valves and double valve springs. It's got a completely new exhaust system custom made for the car, new injection system, and it's got billet throttle bodies on it. And the mechanical stuff doesn't stop there. 6-speed sequential, carbon clutch, uprated differential, and it's sitting on air suspension. And I really like these Work Seeker 18-inch wheels as well, with a single hub nut in the center to lock it in, real racing style. You won't see many nicer R32s than this baby right here. This Supra by HKS, really big pumped kit, big over fenders, really aggressive style, very HKS, that whole Japanese GT racing feel into the kit. And it's got an endless big brake upgrade. It's got a super turbo muffler, and I really like these 20-inch Advan rims that are on it. They look great as well. The whole car is very, very strong. And again, the new Supra, people are not quite sure about the shape. You do them right, they look fantastic. So the Fairlady Zed, this has divided opinion a little bit, but this actual version here in the show is not going to divide opinion. I am sure of that. This is bang on the money. So a little bit of spec of what's billed as a GReddy Stanced RZ34, twin turbo, direct injection engine. They're saying about 650 horses, custom made exhaust, 6-speed manual, uprated clutch, uprated diff, and this Rocket Bunny kit is absolutely perfect. And what I've been saying recently as well with Rocket Bunny, they are raising their game and some of their details are really nice. This metal trim here looks fantastic. This Aero part looks great. The Ducktail on the back, which I'm going to show you, is just the car's best feature. It's on air suspension, and these 19-inch Workmeister split rim wheels look really great. And what I've also been saying as well is this is a color you need to see in the flesh. It's really nice. It's called Midnight Blue. Really nice, works really well. Before I finish with this car, I've got to talk about the back end, because this is one of the best back ends I have seen in quite a long time. We seem to be into like a new era of the Ducktail, where everyone's bringing the Ducktails back and kind of redefining, reinventing them. This Ducktail is full on aggressive, it's full on big, it's Nissan history and it's modern, and it works on this car. And this whole back end is really aggressive, really strong, and I like all these interlocking curves, the way it comes around, the way this comes around. We've got this huge rocket bunny arches, really works well, it all kind of fits together. These taillights are bang on, and these quad exhaust exits, which are color coordinated to the car, perfect. And again, there's a feeling of modern in that badge, which I like as well, but yet we've got history and modern fused perfectly. This is one of the best back ends I've seen in quite a while. This GR86 by HKS, really nice. It's got a 2.4 supercharged engine in apparently, but look at some of the details because they're really nice. This boot spoiler, lip spoiler, well, it's not really a lip, if you can see it comes up and then it's so deep. Really nice, really integrates, really blends well. And if you just look at these box sections on the arch, that's pure Japanese racing style. And it's all like very well integrated into the floor at the back. HKS exhaust on it, really nice. And if we go right around and have a look here, I really like this, a carbon fiber trim here, and these profiles are very well done. Really nice car, the Advan wheels, the endless brakes, really nicely done. If you're going to throw together a Tokyo Auto Salon in KL, you're going to need a bit of history, and you can't get better than this piece of history, a Spoon NSX Racer. Those spoon colors, the blue going into yellow, it's absolutely iconic, to use a heavily overused word. Anyway, the spec sheet says 3.2 litre, 350 horsepower at 7,300, 6-speed gearbox with a spoon designed LSD, and these ProDrive wheels are a pretty nice fit, 17-inch on the front, 18-inch on the rear, and of course all the Spoon developed body kit, Spoon suspension and Brembos. This is Japanese racing history. Obviously most of this show is JDM, and when they've sat there thinking what should we send over, we'll send stuff over that triggers with the people who are going to come in the show. So you've got the Zed cars, you've got the Supras, you've got the Skylines, and you've got an Alpine. They've chucked into the containers an Alpine, made in France, reworked in Japan. And I gotta say and be honest, the reborn Alpine, I've been in Asia too long. This is the first one I've seen, so I haven't even seen a stock one to compare to this built one, which is called a Ravage. I'm not sure whether they pronounce it that way, but anyway, this is the first Alpine I have seen in my life. So I can't really say what the stock one looks like, but I reckon this is not too much like the stock, because generally when the French build sports cars, they cut the costs out. So you kind of get a bit of a cheap finish, and they don't go too much on the trims, too much on the ornamental bit, and this is OTT. It looks really nice as well. If the Alpines have this kind of look, cool, I'm looking forward to seeing more of them. And I like the Alpine features like the round lights. They really understand their history, and they have really invented the classic Alpine, which is a rally legend and a racing legend. They've really invented it in a modern body. It's nice. This Japanese company have just gone one stage further and maxed it out, and it looks good. I like this, and I'm looking forward to seeing a stock Alpine soon as well. For a new show that wants to make an impact, that wants to make a big splash and is shipping cars over from Japan for the occasion, you couldn't miss out on throwing something in the container with a top secret kit on it, because these cars stand out a mile when they have top secret kits on them. It's a like it or loathe it one, but to be honest, I think they actually grow on you as well. I like the 300ZX kit quite a lot, and the Supra one, it kind of grows on you after a while. But they've got to say, if there's one car can pull off all the outrageous aesthetics, all the craziness that top secret designers can throw at it, it's the R35. And this one looks pretty smart, and this candy gold looks pretty cool as well. Under the bonnet, they say the VR38 DETT 3.8, and it's whacking out 800 horsepower plus. It's also got a completely modified exhaust, and top secret are weighed in with the coilover kits as well, and the 20-inch Futura wheels, which match really well. So yeah, I think this car really carries that kit off well, and you don't buy a top secret kit unless you want to stand out from the crowd. This is a complete piece of JDM racing history. This 2000 GT just looks fantastic, and people have been staring at it all day. And I've got to say, it's a replica, it's not the original. The original probably be worth more than every car in the show put together. Probably the exhibition centre as well, and a half of KL. That isn't coming out of Japan. But this looks fantastic, and it completely tells a story. It tells the emotions, and you feel that racing history. 2000 GT is just an absolute legend. To see a built race version here is amazing, and this is just going to grab people for the whole show. I'm really trying not to laugh here. Mitsuoka with a Liberty Walk body kit. You can't get more crazy than that. And it actually looks pretty good as well. And it's got decent power as well. 3.3 litre Toyota 3MZ. This is completely crazy, and this is the first one in Southeast Asia, and I am quite sure it is the last one. So if you come into the show, take a look at this, because I'm not sure you're ever going to see it again. This crazy Mark II Escort build should be pretty familiar to you in this shocking pink, and I'll give you some hints. We've got Retro Havoc official there, got Retro Havoc down here, and right across the Ducktail here, got Retro Havoc as well. And that's because it belongs to Ali, the organizer of Retro Havoc.